Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and jump right into this project. I love, love, love this project. This is one of my all-time favorites. It is called Taking a Line for a Walk, and you will understand what that means soon. But you're going to just see a lot of abstract shapes, a lot of crazy lines, and a lot of color in this one. A few things before we get started. First, you're going to need paper, something that's thicker, not something thin, something that can hold watercolor paint nicely and not crinkle. A Sharpie. We're going to need a Sharpie to draw our line, and watercolor paint. We're going to start at the top of our paper with our line and take a walk all the way down to the bottom of our paper. So let's start our line. On the top left-hand corner of your paper, you're going to start the line right at the edge of the paper, and you're really just going to start making crazy different designs with your line. But the thing is, you can't stop your line. The line has to continue all the way down the paper. So you're going to have to get creative with it as you go. So I like to do wavy lines. I like to do zigzag lines. I like to do rectangular lines, lots of different things. And I just kind of let my brain relax and do whatever comes to mind. You're welcome to copy what I do, but I think your brain is going to make you do other things. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys just work. You can watch my video as I go, but then just create your own as you go. And if you ever need to take a break and let your arm rest or do whatever you need to do, you can do that. But just make sure that when you start up again with your line, you go right back to where you stopped, because you don't want to create a second line. This is all one continuous line that you're taking on a walk all the way down your paper. You're also going to notice that I'm going back and forth when I'm drawing my lines. I go all the way to the right, then all the way back to the left, and then all the way to the right, all the way back to the left. And there's a reason for this, and you'll see it later when we start to paint it, but it creates a very cool design down your paper. So just continue taking your line for a walk. Have fun with it. Just make sure that your line is never stopping and never touches itself. Again, if you need to take a break, go ahead and take a break. If you need to pause the video, please pause the video. But I want you guys to just take your line all the way down the paper, creating these back and forth designs, never-ending line, until you get to the very bottom. Okay, so I am about to the end here. I'm just going to finish it up. Make sure that I get all the way to the bottom of my paper and go right off the edge of that paper. Perfect. Okay, that's it. We have now taken our line for a walk. Now we get to add the color. This is the fun part. So you're going to grab a paintbrush from your paintbrush set, and I want you to find a paintbrush that isn't too big. We don't want a big fat paintbrush. We want a tiny one with a nice point at the tip. So make sure that you can find one of those. Make sure that you have a cup of water, your watercolor paints, and some paper towel. Those are the things that you're going to need for this next part. So if you need to pause the video and go grab those things, go for it. And then we are going to get started. So here's the paintbrush I've chosen. You're going to see that it's a nice pointed tip, pretty small, kind of like a pencil almost. This is going to be really good to get inside those little designs that I created. Now I'm going to plan out my color design. So I'm going to go in rainbow order when I paint inside my design. So what I'm going to do is get my paint on my paintbrush with the first color that I'm going to use, and I'm going to just draw a line on my paper towel. And then I'm going to choose the second color. So the rainbow color order is red, orange, yellow, then green, blue, and purple. So I'm going to do that on my paper towel so that I remember what color comes next when I'm painting in my design, because it can get a little confusing. So I want you guys to do the same. Just use a paper towel or a piece of paper and do those lines of color in rainbow order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And that way you have a guide when you're painting inside your lines. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my red. And I'm going to paint that upper outside edge of my design. Do you see how I'm just painting on one side of the line? And I'm going to fill it in without going outside the line. I basically created a coloring sheet for myself. So I'm going to follow those lines that I drew nice and slow, just filling it in. And then I'm going to move on to my second color, which is orange, because I know that from my guide. And I'm going to fill in the next little section with orange. You can decide how big these sections are. You don't need to make them the same size as mine. But I usually go through at least a couple of my little designs with each color. Now I'm moving on to yellow. Just filling it in, making sure I'm using water with my paint so it spreads nice and neat. And then washing my brush between each color to make sure that they don't mix. Next is green, so I'm going to move into that next shape with some green. Some of these sections are going to be really tiny. That's why that paintbrush needs to be nice and thin so you can get in there and get those little pieces. You're also going to notice that I'm not using too much water, because if you use too much water with watercolor paints, those paints will go all over your paper. So make sure that if you have too much water on your paintbrush, use a paper towel and dry your paintbrush off just a little bit. Now I'm going to move on to blue. That's the next color in the rainbow. I really love filling in these designs in rainbow order because they blend together so nicely. You guys can pick whatever colors you want to use, but I highly, highly recommend doing this with the rainbow colors in order. And then last but not least is purple. So I'm going to fill in this last little section here with the purple. Spread it around, fill in those little spaces. But if you notice, I didn't paint anywhere underneath that black line. And you're going to notice why in just a second. So once I've finished the purple across that top part of my design, I'm going to move to the second row and I'm going to start over. So I have red on my paintbrush again, and I'm just going to go ahead and start all over again, but going the other direction. And that red is going to blend nicely right into that purple because they are actually next to each other in the rainbow order. If you repeat the rainbow colors over and over, those two blend together. So it's easy to blend those. I'm going to go ahead and start this next section. I'm going to speed it up a little bit while you guys work. Feel free to pause the video if you need to, but again, we're just following that same rainbow order pattern and filling in that next row of the design. Make sure you're following the design. Don't go outside of it, otherwise you might accidentally paint the wrong section. We're keeping that upper section white because that is the negative space in our design. So each time you start a new row over again, you're going to look and see what was the last color you used. For this one, it was red, so I could mix in the orange, then yellow, and then move into my green. So you always just want to see what the last color was that you saw that you need to blend into, and that tells you what's next in your pattern. So make sure that you're checking your guide to help you along the way. Sometimes I get too much paint or too much water on my paper, and so what I do, I will grab a paper towel, a small piece of paper towel, and just dab that paint right off my paper. So if you feel like you need to do that as well, go for it. That will help pull some of that wet paint off your paper so you can start again. I love how this is starting to turn out because you can see that negative space, the white space, because you have followed the design as you painted along, which left that opposite side all white. So it looks really cool. I'm just going to wrap up the bottom down here, make sure it goes all the way to the edge. And my picture is done, you guys. I hope that you guys were able to finish yours as well. I can't wait to see what you created. These are so much fun to do, especially if you do them big on big paper. So once you've practiced it on the smaller paper in your sketchbook, don't be afraid to go get some big paper and try this with a larger piece of paper. It turns out so cool, really fun to hang up in your bedroom or something like that. But this is just such a fun project. So good job taking a line for a walk today, guys. I'm so glad that you were here, and I cannot wait for our next one. Bye.